So, for everybody that noticed that I built the control tower wrong, here it is, built correctly. 4 windows in the front, the door in the right spot, the steps in the right spot, 4 windows in the back. Welcome to BrickTrains, and I'm Joey. So we're going to continue on with my little model builders or model makers sets. We've already done the railroad control tower and the warehouse, and today we're going to do the terminal building. So let's get started. Get these out of the way. Now, this one here, again, this is a Samsonite era set. You can tell Samsonite era sets, I don't think I talked about this in the last one, but the Samsonite era sets have a lot more writing on them, specifically because they were marketed towards a single country with a single language, essentially a single language. We speak a lot of languages here in this country, but so in Europe you have all these other countries with all their own languages and lots of different things, and Lego does a really good job at basically just not putting any language on there and doing all the pictograms, which I think is pretty clever in the way they did it. So Samsonite, being an American company, marketing to the United States, English is on there. So let's get this one going. I haven't opened this box in a while. It feels fairly pregnant, so I'm guessing there's going to be some BrickLink paperwork in there for the parts, plate, more parts, and yes. Let's see, let's set this out of the way for now. And the BrickLink paperwork. Now, what kind of scares me is none of this is checked off. So, let's hope all the pieces are here. Should have done a little more homework before I started this one, but hey, it'll be fun for all. So here we are again. Again, here is a 16 by 32 base plate, and these edges, these just do not feel like molded edges. I might be completely wrong. I know I've talked about this in the last 2 or 3 videos, and maybe somebody's commented, or if you know, comment, but I really don't think these were molded this way. I think they were cut out of bigger base plates. So the European version would have had a smooth base plate with only the studs where needed, and that would have been a very specific mold, which would have cost for just that model, and if Lego didn't use that mold somewhere else, then that raised the cost of these sets up quite a bit. Again, that's why I think Samsonite didn't do it. They just said, you know what, just put a plate in there and we'll take the bigger ones, probably the 50 by 50s back then, and cut them down to what they needed. So let's get the parts out, let's get going. Have a tendency to, well, let's look at this. So these pictures are from, get the right angle, where am I at? Let's look at the camera. Okay, so it's showing the smooth base plate, and pretty much no way of knowing where you're supposed to put it, because the smooth base plate would have had the studs already in place, and it would have made it pretty easy to line up. So this is going to be one of those where I'm going to have to kind of build it. I actually remember building this once before, and I've lost my glasses again. Parts out. My second bag of parts out. Okay, so first couple things. Waffle bottom. Alright. And then non-waffle bottom. So we have a mixture of different parts. I'm not sure that this part ever was a waffle bottom this color. 6 by 8. So that may have never actually been a waffle bottom part. But we have the 4x8 waffle bottom in this light gray. We have a tree, and this tree is the older round base and the painted tree. I believe the radio tower didn't have any trees, and then the warehouse has the plain Jane trees in it. Like I said, Samsonite was pretty bad about just putting in whatever they had. So when this supply ran out of the painted trees from Lego, then they started supplying these, which I'm sure was a much cheaper mold. Obviously, they were not painted, so the production cost there was way down. So in this one, I have the better tree, and I've gone back and I keep thinking to myself, I'm going, like the warehouse said, I'm gonna go ahead and get the trees that are pictured. I also want to get the European version, just so I kind of have both versions of it. So okay, here we go. Let's try and get going here and not keep interrupting myself. So I don't have where this is really going to go, so I'm going to build this kind of off plate a little bit until we get it figured out. Looks like I need 1x4 and 1x6s, two 1x6s, another 1x6, okay, like that. And then we need over here these 1x8s with 1x2 in between here, like that, and more 1x8s, and then a 1x4. And looky there, perfect, because that gets me all my parts that I have now, my black parts. And then we need, okay, let's start down here, see if we can start putting this together. 1x6 there. Again, let's look at these 1x6 tubeless. These 1x6s on here, and looks like a 1x2 goes in there, maybe, like so. Messed all that up, didn't I? And then we do a 1x4 across this end in yellow, and 1x6s going this way. There's another 1x6. Okay, that leaves 4 in the middle like the picture shows. And then the steps, got the steps here for this one. Let's get the yellow on this one too, so it's help hold together some. One by twos here, 1x2 inside. Overlapping bricks helps hold that together. And then a 1x4, and then two 1x2s. Okay, so there's half the building. Got the 4, and it looks like to finish the step we need these 1x2 light gray plates, like so. And then for the other step, same thing, light gray plates, 2x3, two 2x3s, and then 3 2x1s. Get this put together here real quick. There we go. That goes in front. Okay, So that's step 3. Step 4. Pretty much just build the rest of the building. Okay, so it looks like, let's go ahead and put I guess to keep continuity, I really need to put these steps around on the other side because I'm looking at them from my point of view. So it looks like you're putting 2 1x4s or two 2x4s here, a door, and a door, and then looks like 2 1x2s, 1x1s. And them do not want to stick together. Go the other way. Like that. Like that. And then again. Like that. So it gives us this. And then we need the 2 high windows by 1 wide. Looks like I got a couple of those. And then what are we doing here? Okay, so it looks like 1x4s on the side, like that, and then a 1x8 across the back. Perfect. We'll set this aside because this has got a special insert step. Let's see if we get the other side of this built real quick. So again, it looks like it's showing 2 1x4s there. We're using a big window for the front and the back, like so. And then stacked 1x2s, and then double doors. So there were left and right doors, and it's actually picturing left and right doors. So let's see. All these doors here are the same so far, which may mean I have the wrong doors, and it looks like I do. So what I'm talking about, yeah, I've got 2 of the doors are wrong. So there's no way I'm going to be able to put this on video with the camera, so I'm going to do a little insert. And what you have is the little dot in these doors. I'm going to put one on here and one over here, and basically depending on which side that little dot was, or it's the handle for the door, you had a left or a right. BrickLink indicates 2 different types, and I currently do not have both types. So in the instructions it is clearly showing, and again I'm not going to be able to show this in the picture, I'm not going to be able to zoom in, so we'll put an insert up. It's clearly showing the 2 dots next to each other representing a left and a right door. So like I said, I didn't do the inventory on this set, and those pieces are wrong, so I'm gonna have to, and I have those doors, I have tons of them, so it's not like it's a great big deal to me. I just gotta go get them, and I'm not gonna do that right at this moment because I want to try and get this video done, get this little series done on these model maker buildings from Samsonite. Okay, so now we're into the 2x2 windows, like so. And what are we doing? We're putting more 1x2s in between them, like so, and then a window, window, and instead of 1x2s, and then I'm going to go ahead and assume it's not 100% clear, but this is 1x4s there. And now, so here's the fun part. In this instruction, they have an insert, this insert right here, showing you having to hold up while you stick in this 1x4 plate. So we're gonna get that maybe to stick. There we go. And then that becomes your separation. So now we know how far apart it is on the building. So let's go ahead and get this set up here. So we'll even up everything. And we got 2 on each side. Alright. And I've got 5 in the front. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's go move it forward 1. So it's 6 and 6. Try and push that down onto the base plate. Okay. It's pretty close. Alright. So now we can start building. And I'm going to turn this around so I'm facing the same orientation as the so it's funny again in this instruction set. There's a whole row that they never showed putting on. They showed partially putting it on, but not all of it. So we went with a 4 there and a 2 here, and then it looks like one of the 1x8s across the back. But then they didn't really show anything else. So we're going to assume that the front is built the same way. 4 and an 8, and it looks like it is. So then we go to an 8. And in the back, you can see I'm trying to have to hold this up underneath. There's probably no good camera angle of this. I'm trying to probably edit this, cussing myself the whole time. Cussing myself right now. This is terrible. I should be cussing Lego. Of course, I'm using old parts. There we go. Got it. Okay. So we've got that in there, and then it looks like it runs across the same way. And it looks like here in the front, so we're going to need a 1x2 on this end, like so, and then another 1x4. It looks like we're doing the same thing in the front here. There we go. So we're going to put this piece, and it looks like it's hanging. Actually, I messed that up. I did it wrong on the back side too. Shoot, sugar, darn, heck. Oh, okay. Got the one in the back fixed. Can't get the one in the front to line up. Let's flip the brick, flip the plate. Not working, so alright. Okay. Whew, that was painful. So it has to stick out. I missed that in step 4, but in step 5 it's kind of clear that this sticks out, so it's kind of like an awning on both sides. Okay. Oh man, the door is loose. Alright, we got it. Got it. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. Alright, now, again, let's get my orientation correct. Looks like we're using 2x3 bricks on this end. So we're going to create like a little overhang. Looks like we're using a lot of 2x3 bricks here. And the front and back seem to be symmetrical. That's good. drop down to 1x2s, and then we're back to our 1x8s, which is creating overlap for strength. I'm gonna go to 1x1. Okay. Back to 2x4, which will create like a little overhang over the doors. And 1x4, 1x1, and a 1x4. So there we go. Up to step 6. I don't have, let's go ahead and put the steps on. So we got the steps there, and then the other steps I built for this side right there. Now we have the steps. Okay. All right. So one baits in the front, one baits in the back, 1x4 across the side here, and then looks like we're putting a 1x2 kind of inside there, a little overlap, and then back to the windows. All kinds of noises today. That would be noise that somebody's walking in my front yard. And the other noise you hear would be my wife walking around upstairs. I guess you can hear them. I can hear them, the noises. Maybe you don't hear them and you think I've gone crazy. So, just in case you're wondering, pips on the end. So, patent pending bricks. Get these windows going here. And more 1x2s. Shoot 1x1s. Hide the pips best I can. Didn't hide that one at all. Another set of windows. There's a lot of windows in this terminal building. You'd think the switch tower would be where all the windows were, right? This video is probably going way too long. Now we're going to this interesting. They're using 2x4 trans clear bricks. Now I can tell you right now, these are probably wrong. These should probably be without the tubes inside, and I believe I have some of those. I'm gonna have to get those changed out. These wouldn't have had the tubes inside, so I'm gonna have to look for those. Those might be a little more difficult to find. Alright, we're getting close. Well, I say that every time, but we're not really. We're getting further along. How about that? Get the pips lined up, hide them. Big windows. And 2 more 1x4s. I'm getting low on those. I hope we're about done here. Okay, so this stays all the same. And it looks like we're putting again, we're going to hide the pips. 1x2s there. 1x1s. 1x1s. And then it calls for 1x2s. Interesting. The interesting part is I don't have any. Interesting. So let's go ahead and put the windows in and come back to that in a second. That's the problem when you put these sets together, and I had thought I'd inventoried it. Apparently I hadn't inventoried it. So now I'm short some bricks. I'm pretty sure I'll have common 1x2 yellow bricks. I got 1x2 yellow bricks. The problem is going to be, do I have 1x2 yellow bricks patent pending with pip on the side? Okay, so again, get the pip hidden. There's the pip. And for everybody that doesn't know what a pip is, that's the mold mark. That's where when it came out of the injection mold, in the beginning, Lego had the mold marks were on the side of the brick. They redesigned the molds a long time ago, but now all of them, the injection mold is usually in the logo. So if you look, one of your Lego logos will probably be mired up because it'll have the pip in the middle of it. Okay, so I'm looking at 7. It's kind of funny because 7 shows a 1x1 beside a 1x2 turned this way, but in 8 it shows essentially a 1x2 across here and a 1x1 here. So either way, I need some more parts. So let me go see if I can find some parts. I'll be right back. Okay, so I found the 1x2s I need, patent pending, pips on the side, but I did do a quick search for some tubeless 2x4, and I didn't have any. At least I didn't have any right at hand that I could find. And also I thought, well, let me do a real quick look on BrickLink, and of course this set doesn't show that it had the tubeless ones, and it looks like the tubeless ones were used in a much older sets. So this one may have come, even though it's pictured with tubeless ones, the inventory for BrickLink shows that it has the tubed ones. Anyway, the tubed ones make terrible windows, so I don't know what they were thinking there. Alright, so here we are. We're back on step 8, and hopefully I don't need many more parts. Looks like we're getting ready to get into the roof, so that 1x8 is the last brick we needed. Okay, so now we're going to go, looks like we're going with 2x4 plates just around. Like so. There we go. And then we're going to start down the main part of the building. This 2x4 plate, this whole system roof design that they have here, I don't think much of it because it's pretty easy to defeat it by pushing down too hard in the middle, and then there goes your model. But I don't know, you know how it is. New techniques come along all the time. Everybody sees something on the internet and think, hey, that's cool, I want to do that. So I think it's like Lego was pioneering all this. They were the only ones making it. And actually, there was a belief amongst Lego designers and engineers that they were really the only ones that knew how to do this. That everybody else couldn't do as well as they do at designing Lego sets, which I thought was an interesting. I read that in the Brick by Brick book, which is a good book. You ought to check that out. Kevin Hinkle asked me what I thought of the book, and I kind of liked the book. It was good. It was a good, interesting read. Okay, so we got the gray roof on there, and then it looks like we're going to put, if I can get them in far enough, 2x3s here, like so. And that across there, and then oh, that's a 2x4, another set of 2x3s, which is interesting because that brings us back even. So 2 sets of 3s brings us back to even. So why didn't they just use, I'd have to do the math, figure out what they were thinking. Alright, so that leaves me with 3 yellow bricks, 2x2 yellow bricks, and a black cap. And I do believe I am now out of instructions. And I have extra plates and 2 extra 1x1. So those pieces probably did not come in the set. So I'll probably take those out of the box. So there's your front. Looks pretty much like the back. Just don't have steps. Or maybe, oh, you know what? Let me look. It doesn't specifically show. Could it be? Yeah, it shows here on the box. I need steps in the front and back. So I may be still short parts, because I don't think I have enough pieces here to build the steps. I don't. I'm short 2 1x2 plates. Just when I thought I was ahead of the game. So if we're over here, short 1 or 2 1x2 plates that will go right there, just like right here. So we'll call this the front. This is the front. We have our tree, which is again one of the painted ones. It's a pretty good shape, a little dirty. Okay, so that gets us all of our railroad model maker sets from Samsonite. Excuse me, Nesquik Bunny. So this is Terminal Building 342, set number 342, Terminal Building, and pretty cool little set. This is the warehouse that goes with this family. Tree fell over. Again, this is model maker. Here's the box. And then last but not least, we had the railroad control tower. So that was all 3 of our model maker sets, and it's been fun putting these together. And now we have to decide, do I want to take them apart or do I want to put them on display? I'll probably put them on display for a while. Actually, it would be kind of cool. Brick Czar has been doing some. This is, well, it's March, so it's March when I'm filming this. It probably will be March when you see these. He's been doing train videos all month, so it's kind of early in March right now. So I don't know what all he's doing, but I know he's showed some of the trains from this era, so he's kind of inspired me a little bit to maybe do a little train layout. from that era. I don't know. We'll see. I got several trains from this era that would do pretty good and make a nice little layout. Of course, all the kids nowadays would look at that and then be like, "Wow, that's so primitive and basic," but and it is compared to the sets that they build today. You know, modern a modern module building compared to these is crazy, but it's kind of funny that some of these actually, you know, a good high quality one of these could probably run you, you know, 50, 60, $100. So it's weird how the value of these have kind of gone up too. So any rate, thanks for watching. Comment contest. What year did the Samsonite model maker terminal building get released in? First correct answer in the comments, and I'll pin you to the top.